Okay, Temur Neoform combo. So, the basic idea behind this deck is as follows. You can combo as early as the 3rd turn of the game. And here's what the combo looks like. You play Paradise Druid or Gilded Goose on turn 1 or 2. And then on turn 3, you play Sea Gate Stormcaller, which as it comes into play, it copies the next instant or sorcery spell you cast with converted mana cost 2 or less. And then you play Neoform, sacrificing the Sea Gate Stormcaller, which copies the Neoform, which doesn't make you sacrifice another creature, but it does let you get 2 things that cost 3. So then you have 2 copies of Neoform on the stack. The first copy of Neoform resolves and gets Dualcaster Mage. Dualcaster Mage comes into play, copies the Neoform still on the stack, gets you another Dualcaster Mage. You repeat this loop 4 times, and then you repeat it 4 more times with Glasspool Mimic. So you end up with 8 2/2 creatures in play on turn 3. Then you end up with 8 2/2 creatures in play and 2 copies of Neoform on the stack that get a thing that costs 3 or less. You then go get Tuktuk Rubblefort with one of your things. Oh yeah, there are 3 3s from Neoform. Sure, there are 3 3s. Whatever. You have 8 3 3s. You get Tuktuk Rubblefort to give all of your 3 3s haste. And then you get Combat Celebrant, which lets you attack twice with them. So you put 24 power into play on turn 3, or sorry, 29, because this is a 5/2, 29 power into play on turn 3, give it haste and attack twice with most of it. That's the dream. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this one and see how it goes here today. Listen, to the person in my DMs who's upset that I left you banned, your decision not to vaccinate your child based not on science but on your feelings isn't in a disagreement. It's a decision that you're consciously making to be irrational and unreasonable and endanger the life of your child and other children around them. So yes, to the person who has subbed to my channel for 3 years, I'm leaving you banned for being an anti-vaxxer. Fuck you and other people like you. Thanks for the sub gift, Syvo. Thanks for the sub-gift, Mafia. For people that are new to the channel, we have a low tolerance for nonsense here. And anti-vax is, it's bad. I don't. What kind of disagreement would get a 3-year sub timed out and not banned asking for a friend? Okay, so with the priest in play here, I'm probably supposed to play out... Actually, I'm just supposed to play out the Tuktuk Rubblefort, right? Because I want something in play so they can't make me sacrifice this in response to this trigger. Hey, that's awesome, Render. Well, we've died. They know what we're doing, so I'll do this and see if they mess up, but they just kill our board in response to the triggers and we die. I do suppose they like have to sack 2 things here, and then like I get to play Paradise Druid as a blocker and then try and go for it again next turn. Our hand's good enough that like we might be okay here. Maybe. I've mentioned this a few times. While I'm largely enjoying Historic right now, I'm interested to see what comes as a result of different tournament results, including the Hoaglandia tournament results. So this is not an instant. It's hard to be absurd if it was an instant. Because it feels to me like while you can ladder with anything in Historic right now because there are lots of people playing lots of different things, it is definitely the case that the Claim the Firstborn decks in this format are just on a completely different level than everything else. And most of the decks that I've played in Historic do not feel competitive against the red-black sacrifice decks and the red-black, I don't want to call the Dreadhorde Arcana sacrifice decks, but they're like Kroxa Village Rites claim decks still. And part of me really wonders, like, okay, how diverse is this format if most people are playing the decks that are much better than everything else? Well, I have the wrong ops in my deck. I have borderless ops. Gonna fix that. Okay. Hey, thanks for the Prime, Quilcy. What about decks that don't have claim targets? Too slow. I'm trying to decide on a Historic deck. So, there could, like, do nothing, go big, like blue-white control, I do think is actually somewhat reasonable in this format. In large part because it blanks claim. The problem is, and this is the thing about formats like Historic, while I am not saying there aren't decks, what I am not saying is, I'm not saying you can't attack the Claim the Firstborn decks. What I am saying is that the ways in which you attack the Claim the Firstborn decks tend to not be good enough generically against the rest of the random stuff that people play in the format. So from a pure game theory standpoint, play decks to beat the best decks isn't a good proposition because the majority of people in formats like this aren't playing the best decks. So, like, you know, if this was like a narrow bad format where, like, you know, these decks are better than everything else, so they're half of what you play against, sure, you could play a deck to beat just this. Yeah, it's rock, paper, scissors, claim, jank, anti-claim is kind of a good comparison. And the problem is, like, jank is the biggest representation of that group, right? Is how it goes. I need another land, but we also want Neoform more than anything, so definitely bottoming anything that's not Neoform here. Paradise Druid into Shock and Anticipate this turn. Yeah, it's a cantrip that blocks. It's also a kind of durable creature that doesn't die to as many removal spells. So you can like Sea Gate, and if they kill your Sea Gate in response, you can then Neoform off of the Wall of Blossoms. But like, you don't have to explicitly sack this card to Neoform, it's just any 2-drop. The Pyromancer deck doesn't even show up on Aether Hub's meta page. Well, the thing you need to understand about Historic is that a lot of Historic is based off of my feelings and not based off of statistical data of relevance. Because Historic doesn't have a well-defined metagame. There aren't consistent Historic tournaments. It's not like Standard where, you know, there were 7 Star City Games satellite tournaments 3 weekends in a row, plus a 5K, plus other miscellaneous things as well. We have way more feels than reals regarding Historic data at the moment. I guess I'm just taking this as a blocker, but I think we're pretty dead if we don't hit our Neoform this turn. Do I try and just deploy blockers here? I mean, Hoots will give us some data, but the problem is, even with the Hoots tournament, is the Hoots tournament is only going to have, like, you know, like if we have 150 people, that'll be a lot for us. Like one 150 player tournament does not a good sized data pool make. Yeah, that's the other thing too. The Hoots tournaments are a lot of fun, but the Hoots tournaments intentionally have the prizes structured in a way for people to not be tryhards. If you don't remember how it is in the past, the first place prize at Hoots is only $120 in store credit. And it's not like other tournaments where the difference between first and second is 2x, right? The tournament series is a very flat prize structure. First place is 120, second place is 100, under that is 80, 60, 40, 20. So I've intentionally structured that tournament in a way to make it a more relaxed atmosphere for people. It's not intended to be a cutthroat environment. I want people to have fun and also have the chance to win a little bit of something while having fun, so we can do coverage. It's a great, if you're someone that's new to tournament magic and you're looking for a low stress tournament environment to get into and play for a little bit of something while also getting a chance to be on coverage potentially in front of thousands of people, the Hoaglandia tournament's a great way to do that. Alex and Gaming Dad, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel today. Assuming the one on the 21st goes well, Cool Stuff Inc. says they're up for sponsoring them consistently again, so we'll probably do one about once a month or so. Hey, sounds good, Lur. I appreciate the support. And yeah, definitely super into whatever you want to throw at me when Strixhaven drops. We mulligan this, right? It's got mana, but it like doesn't have either of my combo pieces. I think we just like always mulligan 0 combo pieces on 7. Sure. We have what? 2, 3 looks at a second land? Nice. Okay, so now we lead on this, right? And probably Shimmer. I don't think the audio changed. I think they fixed the volume issue there. This card is so good against us. Holy crap. Yeah, we're just dead, right? Yeah, we're super dead to Frostodon. Frostodon for the uninitiated deals a damage to us every time a creature comes into play. Think we just get rid of some of our filtering here for some more interaction. We just cut the ops and the anticipates for gusts and abrades. Yeah, well, I mean, the Angels deck is very real. So, like, if you're trying to play mono red in Historic, main decking something like Frostodon seems super reasonable. Are there good Runeterra spoilers? We'll take a peek on those at the end of the stream today, together as always. I'll upload thoughts to the YouTubes after. I mentioned this earlier, but to plug it again, because we probably have a different crowd in here, I'm going to be ending tomorrow's stream on Runeterra, and the first hour of Runeterra I do tomorrow is sponsored through the Twitch bounty board. So if you want an easy way to support my content, just hang out for the first hour of Runeterra stuff tomorrow. The bounty board pays out based on my viewer count. I think with the third land drawn, we're going to put this into play tapped. Title still says Esper Doom. Thank you. Next. No bonk with the honk. I wanted to be able to make a food. Farm your channel points for the first part of the Runeterra segment. Match 2, Logan. About 20 minutes. We're gonna go for at least another hour. So Dualcaster Mage with this isn't terrible. We can potentially find our combo, right? Any personal decks lined up for? I have one deck queue submission, and I have a couple of other decks. If you look in the deck queue, there are things in the queue. One is a deck submission, and the others are things that I built. All right, so we get 10 looks at our 2 combo cards here. Or sorry, 8 looks, not 5. Yikes! All right, well. Hey, Sentient Oreo, thanks for the quarter of a year. Welcome back. All right. So you've got a bunch of live draws next turn. And we have the wall here. They have a cleave. All right, come on. Come on, Stormcaster Mage. I think I'm just doing this. I think we're just like double walling here. I'm gonna play this land out, because playing this land out means I can opt and still combo next turn. So we'll get 3 looks at our 2-drop next turn. So, I think it's actually important to not block with both Wall of Blossoms here, because I need to be able to, do I keep the Goose so a second Neoform does it? If I block like this, I'm taking 2 down to 8 That's probably fine. Yeah, I think I keep the Goose so second Neoform does it. All right, deal. We're going to 6, so we need to not have double spectacle here. They could 6 us, but I think it's correct to wait. All right, so we've got 7 cards that kill them here. Does that do it? That does it, right? No? How does this work? That works with, because I have Wall of Blossoms, right? We draw this, and then we do this, and we Neoform the Wall of Blossoms, and then we do this. Okay, sweet. Okay, sick. All right, our little bit of interaction there proven to be good. Do I want some Wilts on the draw? Wilts kills Annex and it kills Annex and it kills Cleave. Probably not. I feel like 5 is a lot of interaction already. There's a very real danger in decks like what we're playing to having too much interaction and not enough linear. Think there's a chance this Valakut Awakening is going to be a spell this game? So this means if they tap out and we draw well, we can kill them next turn. Never lucky, chat. Defense, chat. We need our Sea Gate Stormcaller, PK Jeff. Alright, Clevo. If Paradise Druid lives, Dualcaster Mage also is a combo kill next turn. Got me. Actually, I need to double check this mana base. Are there fast lands in this mana base that I'm playing right now? Or did this mana base not get updated? I'll check Cardboard Live. I grabbed this deck list off the internet. Zero. Is there Spirebluff? There is a Spirebluff. The mana base is probably still not ideal. This is 10. I'm not dead yet. We had the combo guaranteed with Dualcaster Mage, chat. Just for reference, we had the dual. We did not top deck there. We were guaranteed to kill them because we had Dualcaster Mage. Druid was mana number 5. For people that were wondering, Druid was mana number 5. I feel like the fast lands have to be better than the alternatives here, right? I don't know that the pathways are good. I'm undecided on pathways versus not, but I feel like canals and botanical sanctums have got to be good. Like you're usually winning before you get to your 4th land anyways, right? This is 12 untapped green on 1. Did I just get rid of all the steam vents? This is 12. This is 10, 13 red. Plus you have Paradise Druid and Gilded Goose. Which red was in the original mana base? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They had less turn 1 green though. They had 9 turn 1 green. Yeah, I got in Valakut. We have 13 red. They had the original deck list that I started with had 8, 12, 15 red. I guess you want to be able to cast this consistently. I feel like I want like +1 red source here. Do I want to give up a green for it? Probably. It's 9 shocks and 7 fast lands. No, red green pathway instead of Triumph. No, I think the Triumph's fine. Our deck doesn't actually have that many turn 1 plays, so a tap land on 1 is fine. Sweet. Here we go. Sanctum Opt on 1 here. Get our card selection on. Undead Panda 8. Thank you for the quarter viewer prime, by the way. I think I missed that one. Sentient. No, I got Sentient Audio. I didn't miss that one. land's looking pretty good, chat. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, zoom, zoom. The indecency of this opponent to interact with us. Come on, just like play a Sorin or something silly. I shouldn't have shocked in the land. They could have a removal spell here. If they kill this, I don't want to. I can't Neoform. Yeah, so I spent 2 life. I have 2 Rubbleforts in my deck. Yeah, I should have waited. If we die at 2, it's my fault. Great. Is this a blank? Your last card a blank? Damn it, it's not. The good news is it's looking like the 2 life doesn't matter. So if I hadn't shocked needlessly, I could have played this as a blocker and hoped to draw exactly the 4th Sea Gate Stormcaller next turn. But unfortunately, I don't have that opportunity here. Needed to either dodge the Thoughtseize or dodge one of the 2 removal spells. Yeah, our deck our deck's a pretty good example of like a fine combo deck to have in this format. Like our deck cares about Grafdigger's Cage, it cares about discard spells, it cares about creature removal, it cares about counter spells. Like our deck does this big flashy things, but it has so many points of interaction. Like you could get them, but they also have a lot of chance to leave themselves not get got. Yeah, I've seen Pact of Negation before. I think that's probably worse on average than just having more ways to find your combo pieces. The Keesis combo getting upgrades for the new set. Nah, I think that deck's pretty clunky and awkward. Don't we win here? Not if they have a removal spell. Like so. And then when they play the removal spell at end of turn like that, my Dualcaster Mage gets to eat the creature. And now I have a 2/2. I mean, their deck has, just like a ton of answers in it. Saving is so good, chat. Would really like one of our cantrips, so we could like Sea Gate Stormcaller, copy the cantrip. I'm gonna have a blocker for this Faceless Haven. Chat, we got walls. Walls on walls on walls. Ooh, they tapped the snow mana. And we could technically find a Neoform next turn, right? Gotta block both of these, because otherwise they could pump this, because Faceless Haven has Vigilance for whatever reason. And then that'll do it, right? I could technically block 2 of their things, but they have 3 lethal threats. Had some life draws there at the end. Going into Disruption, successfully picking us apart there. Yeah, if we would have found like a Shimmer or an Anticipate or an Opt or something to be able to copy with our redundant Sea Gate, we might have been okay there, but without that, we're just a bit too far behind. Gonna get any velocity going while they were killing us. This hand's great. Neoform and a land away from a turn 3 kill. Opponent is playing the Wellspring, so probably Acclaim the Firstborn deck. There are way more tryhards in Platinum, chat, than there are in the percentages in Mythic. I miss our percentages in the Mythics. Playing against this much Claim the Firstborn has not been a good time. Well, if you insist, Dick. Yeah, these are the people that are trying to get back to Mythic at the start of the season. Drawing this is super awkward. The most relatable thing you do is check the bottom of the deck after the scribe bug. Listen, chat. It's one of the few things Arena gives us. You gotta double check. We're just dead again, right? Hey, Roth, thanks for the 33 months. The fact that they get to tap out, continuing advancing their board while consistently holding up interaction is just so brutal. I guess I'll draw this and cast Combat Celebrant, but I think we're pretty sure we're dead here. We did next turn, pretty close. They sack the goat, bring the cat back, sack the cat in the scrap heap, make us sacrifice this, we lose 2. They use the 2 mana from this to activate scrap heap, exile the Mayhem Devil, bring it back into play. They attack us for 6 down to 4. We're dead to another Oven or a Mayhem Devil. Yeah, they definitely have cards that kill us next turn if they take the right line at end of turn here. Angry Land, thanks for the 21 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Keeping me around. Oh no, their timer hit 0 and didn't go. Am I disconnected? Is that what's actually happening here? Let's restart really quick and find out. Usually when their timer goes all the way down and then it doesn't use the time up, it means you're the one that's disconnected. We're dead to claim Celebrate. Yeah, a lot of things leave us dead. The real combo was the disconnects all along, chat. Naughty Neoform players get sent to the disconnect zone. Lol. Well, that was only game 1. So I'm confused. I don't think we had enough time for a full disconnect to happen. To like, usually Arena gives you a lot of time. Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. There's so many tryhards today, chat. Wait, Scoos. Scoos could mean like Jund mid-range. I accept. I accept Jund mid-range. Alright, tap out for a Clothis. Or like a different bad 3-drop. Yes! Request granted. To infinity and beyond. Hey, cue the carnival music, chat. I banish you to the Shadow Realm, Jund player. So this is the combo. It's actually very click efficient, huh? All right. I think we bring in Abrades because I'm expecting them to have copies of Cage postboard. Other than that, we do pretty minimal. Cage can like, or Abrade can like kill random creatures that are putting pressure on us too, but I think in the dark against anything interactive, you probably want to bring in some Abrades. Anything creature based. That's a can kill Cage in a pinch. I think we mulligan this. While it has a combo piece, it only has 1 land, and double Dualcaster and Tuktuk Rubblefort in the opener means like we're 1 bad draw away from being super bricked. Once you are a knight, you are given permission to defend the realm, Angry. And if you don't want that responsibility, just ignore it. There's a lot of Knights of Hooglandia. I think there's more mods than non-mods. Perhaps in terms of people who can chat. Definitely not in terms of total number of people watching the stream, though. Okay, so we just had that disconnect issue. Their timer's going down. I'm gonna reconnect again here, just in case the issue is us. Mulliganing against a Thoughtseize deck takes me back, chat. Takes me back. Yeah, the lack of DC disconnect information is definitely going to be an interesting experience on mobile. I feel like they really need to address that before they release on mobile with how unstable mobile connections can frequently be. Okay, based on the fact that we're waiting for our opponent again, I think they're the one disconnected. I think. Thinking. By the way, speaking of subs and people that can chat, if you're a sub who likes to make your voice heard, make sure you take a couple minutes and fill out the sub survey. I've had about 600 sub survey responses, and I currently have a little over 1,800 subscribers, so there's a good chunk of people that didn't take a second to do that. If you're new to the channel or just haven't done a sub survey before, the sub survey basically just asks you, like, which of my content you're paying me money to see more of. So it helps me balance how much historic I do, how much standard I do, how much Runeterra, Mythgard, variety stuff like Bugsnax, stuff like that. So I split up how I spend my time on stream largely based on feedback on that survey. Hey, welcome to a live one, Ninja. I appreciate the quarter of a year. Welcome back. Sir Audric, thanks for the follow. Good afternoon. I paid money for the face cam. Can you make it bigger? I mean, there's some people that stream where, like, they put their camera over here and they make their cameras like this big, and it's like, man, I just want to see the game. Who wants to see my face this big, chat? Come on now, let's put me back over here where I belong. Make me tiny. Enhance. Gotta mulligan this, right? I guess this is a 2-lander with the combo piece. It's missing green mana, though. This is a 2-lander with a combo piece, but it's missing green mana. Can go either way on that. Yeah, it seems much better. I do read YouTube comments, as a heads up, though. If you're someone watching this and you can't stop by live, I read and moderate all comments on my YouTube channel. If you're posting stupid, obnoxious stuff, you're going to lose your power to comment. But if you're posting reasonable things and good questions, I'm going to be responding to them. Usually if I don't have a response to a comment someone leaves, I tap the little heart button so they know that I read it. Yay, fast lands. Alright, 4 draws that kill them next turn, chat. Kairang, thanks for the follow. This wall was made for blocking. That's just what it does. Do 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 do. So I think I'm chumping with the Paradise Druid on the Mammoth this turn. Oh, do they not have a land? They do. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna chump the Druid into the Mammoth here because I would like to Glasspool Mimic the Wall of Blossoms before it dies in combat. Or I do that now. Okay, yeah, now since we drew that, change of plans, we're gonna do this, we're gonna kick this. I get 9 looks at my combo for next turn. I'm gonna take Opt here, because if I draw an untapped land, I can opt into the Neoform next turn. They were dead? No, I don't have a Neoform. You need Neoform to kill them. Alright, so we'll take the Stomping Ground here, because we might get one more turn here if they don't have Cleave. If they have Cleave, we're dead, don't think about it. But if I get one more turn here, I get to so we get three more looks to kill them. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Sometimes the card you're looking for, chat, is just not in the top half of your deck. And then you're gonna die. Never not dead to Cleave the Hoogland Star. What's going on, Larkanos? Looking forward to that card rotating. I feel like, I don't think Cleave is like super offensive in terms of power level in the current standard format, but I'm definitely like, it feels like a non-rotating format thing. And my body is ready for it to not be a standard thing anymore. Sure, like it belongs in this format. Like, if you compare it to, like, the power level of, like, what I'm doing, like, I think Cleave is an appropriate power level for this format. I don't think Cleave is offensive in power level in historic or standard. I would like to have a format where it just doesn't exist. Yeah, I'd like blocking against the aggro decks to be better. And, like, to standard's credit, the white aggro deck is very good. Yeah, and that's what it is too, right? It's not even that it's overpowered, it's just that I'm ready for it to not be there. I'm ready for a change. So I can separate my feels from the power level of something. And I understand that what I'm saying is feels related. I probably don't have time to cast both of these as spells this game. I'm gonna play one as a tap land here to start. Yeah, Throne rotates in the fall. Throne of Eldraine is legal for the maximum amount of time a set can be legal in standard. But for those that aren't familiar with Magic's rotation, it's kind of sloppy. Some sets in Magic's rotation cycle are legal for 24 months, and some are legal for 15 months, and Eldraine is one of the ones that's legal for 24 months. I personally would prefer if they were a little bit more consistent with that and all sets were legal for the same amount of time. So either give me more cards, give me more time with cards that I like, or less time with cards that I dislike. They did try to change it, and people did flip out. You are not wrong. I don't think Eldraine is ever rotating. Big mood. Big mood. All right, so what if I just go like tapped land Valakut Awakening this turn since they're having a slow start? I think that's the play, right? We just like bottom everything but the Sea Gate Stormcaller here. Drawing the Combat Celebrant's actually really awkward. Because it means I can't attack twice this turn. We're probably still okay. I get to put, you know, like a bunch of power into play, but we're gonna get 26 power into play this turn. Yeah, we're also at 20 life, right? So like us getting 24 power here, even without the Combat Celebrant. Do I want Anger on the draw? I think I want Anger on the draw, huh? I'm gonna mulligan this. Still no combo pieces. Do I keep no combo pieces at 6? I have all my colors of mana. I have a piece of interaction. I have a wall. This is like the low end of keepable. I don't think I'd fault anybody for playing catch and release on this. The fast lands have felt stellar though since we added those. It felt real good. Haste, 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 rats. Alright, well, since they did that, I think I just like blow this away, right? Yeah, Runeterra hands down has the best economy of any digital card game. Super consumer friendly. We're gonna die to a Questerson, chat. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair. Do do do. Do 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 do. I think we've died, chat fam. I think we've died. I don't have any way to block this, right? Double face over shocks. Nah, I think your lands making 2 colors is important. The next 3 days are going to be mostly standard for my Magic Arena content coming pizza. I'm playing 2 different standard tournaments this weekend, one of which I'm playing Mutate in, maybe both of which I'm playing Mutate in. I might split it up. We might do Mutate in one and Runes in the other, but expect to see Mutate and Runes later this week for sure. How do you sign up for the Open? You can sign up for the Hoaglandia Open here on MTG Melee. Yeah, that tournament is a few weeks from now. Wall of Blossoms has felt like such a great addition to this deck. Just like blocks against these aggro decks and cantrips is so lovely. I do not have Tybalt's Trickery in the queue now. Do I Glasspool this turn, copying this, because it uses my mana efficiently? I think that's the play. Almost 5 years indeed, Tom Tracy. One of the OGs. Is there a standard? The next open in April, after Strixhaven releases, will be standard. The first open we are doing is historic. Yeah. We got one trick jet. I chose historic over standard because I know the next open will definitely be standard because it's right after a set release. Oh, they gain death touch. I'm so dumb. I took 2 extra damage here. Forgot this gives death touch. Can't you double Neoform to combo? Only if you have a 1-drop. So double Neoform combos if you have a 1-drop. And honestly, that could be a reason to play more Geese in this deck. Thanks for the 23 ones. Dispersed me. Appreciate that. Welcome back. And then we're dead now at this point, right? Pretty sure. One short. What we cut for Geese? I don't know. If I knew what I would cut for Geese, I would already have them in the deck, chat. Come on now. Don't be silly. I'm not locked into playing a deck. This isn't a Magic Online league. Like if I knew a change I wanted to make, I would just make it. We're just talking here. Thanks for the follow, Linton. Good afternoon. I don't know, the times where you like have double Neoform like that are pretty few and far between. Like it's like adding a card that's like not amazing to our deck strictly for like a situation that's like kind of an edge case. I could also see it being correct to not play more Geese. This is fine. Hey, Invictius, thanks for keeping on. Alright, sick. This is gonna be our first turn 3 of the day. I think this is our first turn 3 of the day, he says before getting thought seized. Yes! Thanks for tapping out, opponent. I appreciate you. Oh, we did turn 3 the Jund player. You're right. You're right. My apologies. I don't think I want to be interactive against the Elf deck. I don't think they're likely to have Grafdigger's Cage, so I don't think I'd board in Abrade. I think we just like hop in our car and race them. I appreciate the support, Victius. Good to have you around. Whee! Okay, it's a decent pickup. Joke's on you, opponent. Redundancy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They took my card selection because they couldn't take my combo piece. Right, 2 of them. I like it. It's a good play. Thankfully, I left my Sea Gate Stormcaller right here on top of my deck, so they couldn't not seize it. Rats, never lucky, chat. Well, all right. Untapped land. Untapped land. Untapped land. Hey, good afternoon, Linton. No! My poor thoughts, chat. My poor thoughts. Why would you do this to me, Ruin? This is all your fault. Why would you wish this upon me? What did I ever do to you? We dead? We're dead, right? Yeah. Thanks for the brand new tier 1 splitting. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. Hey, awesome. I appreciate it. You should pop on into the subscriber Discord server as well later if you use that service. It's a great place to chat with myself and other Hooglandians when I'm offline. Reliably have we comboed so far. This deck's like super reliable if your opponent's not interacting with you, but like this archetype cares about so many different kinds of interaction. You do not. You get kind of consistently. All right. I mean, if we spike the green source, this hand is great. Aphelios is the only existing card. They changed the patch notes. He went down 1 health. Yikes. Well, I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess. Hopefully they take a bat. They take a bat to Twisted Fate in 2 weeks. Well, this is where the magic happens, chat. Yeah, I feel like, and I don't know, I need to go back and look at it because this could be anecdotal, but I feel like Runeterra has been a little bit slower on patching this year than they were through last year. And that's definitely feels based. I haven't gone back and actually looked at the info, but I feel like they've been slower to respond to things in 2021. They have for sure. Yeah, I agree. The Aphelios, like, so one of the cards, to talk about Runeterra for half a second, one of the cards in Shrumia, for example, is a deal 2 to champions, and we talked about, oh, come on, untapped land. Untapped land. Come on, untapped blue source. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it. I chanted untapped land too early, chat. And the deck queued up the untapped land before I specified I needed it to be blue. I mean, looking at the seasonal tournaments Ice Boy like, Runeterra's format is objectively not well balanced compared to their previous ones. Like 80% of people's top 4 lineups this past weekend had Twisted Fate or Aphelios in them. Or both. A lot of them had both. Like looking at the 16 decks and the 16 lineups in the top 4s, like, yeah, we're dead at this point, right? I needed to spike it last turn to kill them. Solidly in garbage time. Dispute. Disputes definitely come in. I start Jace Mirror Mage in my sideboard. I guess it comes in against a control deck. It's kind of got card advantage, right? We don't need Combat Celebrant here, right? We should be able to kill them most of the time without that card. Yeah, I agree with that, TDM. That was part of why I was waiting for their patch to drop too. Like their current format, the construct format I enjoy less than Magic Standard by a lot. You know, we can get caught with our hand in the cookie jar here, but like, we've got like opt for green. Technically get what, 5 looks here? 1 look, chat. It was all we need. Just won a match against Blue-White Control. They took game 1 with only 4 cards left in my library and 12 in theirs with neither of us milling. Game 2 was more exciting. They timed out. Oh. Yeah, maybe Steve, like, Twisted. I would make the argument that Twisted Fate's been an issue for a while. I don't know. I'm glad they're changing Aphelios, though. Aphelios being more killable will be a nice change. That is a good change. The change they did make was good. You give credit where credit is due.
Have to keep an open mind.
We're not winning this game. We could opt on their turn, but like we're solidly in garbage time. I'll try one more with this. I've been pretty whelmed by this deck. Yeah, prison cards suck. Our deck in general hasn't been super exciting though. There's a lot of getting picked apart. Yeah, I'd already bought it afterthought. I probably need to not do that. I usually buy games when someone donates for me to buy them, but if they're not on sale, I should probably wait from now on. Does Rubin play Magic? Yeah, Steve Rubin's a Pro Tour champion. So Steve Rubin is the head of Runeterra's live design. Their rebalancing of cards that already exist. He was also one of their lead designs on the Aphelios expansion, I believe. Yeah, he's played a ton of high-level Magic. How do you find out whether it's safe to play music from a variety game on stream? You gotta actually read the EULA. You could also do some research usually to find out. You could play it a little bit first to see what kind of music that it is. One kind of lazy / cheeky workaround way is you can record a video with the music and then upload the video to YouTube without publishing it, and YouTube has a good copyright system and they'll flag it when they process it. So if you upload a video with music to YouTube and it doesn't get flagged there, it's usually in the clear. Not always. This is not legal advice. I am not a lawyer. If you're looking for legal advice, please consult a lawyer. I think I'm bottoming that, just looking for more redundant combo pieces here. That's true. Chat is an astronaut lawyer doctor for sure. Oh, brain surgeon. That's a good one. That's a real good one. I am not your lawyer, but don't accept legal advice from Twitch chat. Big mood. Oh, you know what? I should have shocked this into opt, probably. Regarding the mud deck you played, I've been playing it. Enjoy Perilous Mirror out of the side for aggro decks. Oh, is that the one? That's the one that was that in Jumpstart? Was that a Jumpstart card? Okay, so if they don't have a hard counter here, I get to do... Well, I guess they have to hard counter this, right? If they hard counter the Neoform, I get them. They're drowning me in the lock. That's so rude. The lock is very dangerous, chat. The lock is very dangerous. Opponent has us on lockdown. Ooh. No, you need to copy Neoform, guard the gray. Because you need a Neoform on the stack to be able to copy it. I mean, they might just lose to, like, mediocre creature beats here.
In exchange for eternal service.
So they're dead, right?
You have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Beep, beep. Listen, chat. Our deck appears to be bad, but it doesn't appear to quite be lose to Grixis bad. We'll see. That's a bold claim. They might be coming back to get us in the post-board games, but we did at least give them the old Paradise Druid beatdown there. The most iconic line, turn 5 Nicol Bolas die. It's funny because it's sad. Grixis has answers to everything except what it's currently playing against. Billy Boy, thank you for the 32 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Oh yeah, try and erase my thoughts, Daddy. What's wrong with Grixis? Well, you see, historically speaking, the only time Grixis has really been playable is when it was allowed to play Deathrite Shaman. So, yeah, were you just watching the stream by chance? I'm playing this before I play my land because this is bait. Oh no! Oh no! We've been wastelanded, chat. Oh, no. Man, what kind of monster puts Field of Ruin in their Nicol Bolas deck? You win this time. Alright, I want to be done with this deck. I just not having a good time with it. It's like, I don't know. I don't think this deck is good enough or consistent enough to really be competitive. It's like kind of cute. It's like neat. Then it kills on turn 3. Honestly, it's probably worse. It's probably worse than just playing the tip. We didn't lose to Grixis. I conceded game 3 because I was bored. But just like, I don't know, it just doesn't, it didn't create particularly compelling games of Magic. We comboed on turn 3 a couple of times. There was a lot of flopping around and not really doing anything. Opponents interacted with us and we died. Maybe the Pact of Negations are the correct way to build this. You just want to be like all in on it. Yeah, so like there's been other combo decks in the format that I've enjoyed a whole lot more. In Vein of Fear, I would definitely rank among them. So I feel like if I were to try this again, I would probably try Pact of Negations just because you are all in, so you might as well be all in and just hope to run a little bit hot. But I feel like if I wanted to play an all-in combo deck in this format, I would rather be Tybalt's trickerying people than doing what this is doing. All right, at any rate, that's going to wrap